Hello everyone, just wanted to bring to you a very quick disclaimer. Yes, I am very aware of Turnip's unit tier list. It is a very, very great video that I was inspired by, of course, many years later. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for getting me to 700 subscribers, of course. Wanted to say that again. And more tier list videos are on the way.
Or do you want to make it threes? Do you want to make it threes?
Whatever one is more simple.
Then I guess it's threes, because that's what people do the most.
Okay. Three.
Alright, so... Yeah, alright, this is different, because my first time doing this one. So, again, we'll start in order, so... Debate. Actually, no, let's do the leaders first, themselves. Yeah, so... Butter is on the far left. Where do we place Butter?
Excel.
S.
God. S.
Excel's God, yep. That's my man's right there, dude.
Okay, so... any arguments for why he could be lower? You know.
Nope. God.
Nope.
He was born a god, will go out of God.
Why is that fucking funny? Anders.
Also born a god, go out of God.
I think she's above him. I think she's above him.
Really? Why?
What? Nah.
Because you know how fast we can get chain amp. We're not gonna let Carter get ODST. We're not gonna let him do that. I'm saying, like, it's very close. It's not like a wide margin. They can do something to each other, but I just think that, like, Anders is just going to stomp 8.5. Like, that's the thing too. If it's the cryo bomb, the cryo candy glitch is the most broken thing in the game. Like, yes, you can mac, but if you get a right cryo bomb and you get all the tanks, you're done. You can't do anything.
If Carter ODSTs you and max you, you're also done. Plus the gremlins, they can get canceled by ODSTs, and then like it's like late game they're pretty even, but with Cutter, his special unit isn't tied to just air. He can build, like, you know what? I guess to meet you halfway, we can say they're even. I guess, but I would give Cutter the edge. Is over.
Yeah.
General,
okay. So all right.
All right. Everything.
Okay. So yeah, because in times like if the Cutter is able to get ODST, then I don't care about the Gremlins too. Like then I don't give a fuck. But
yeah.
Okay.
Still, I would say Cutter is about maybe 10 to 15% better than Anders at most by a huge margin.
Okay. Okay. Sergeant Forge.
C tier.
C. Yeah. He's my favorite to play as in like threes, just because I like getting his tanks out and trying to kill people really quickly. But late game, he gets you. So definitely.
Okay,
yeah,
but then what about on the strength that he'll always out, even when his supply pads are destroyed, he's gonna out equal the two of them later. In general, he'll out equal, so like he'll beat them in the tank game, and as long as you put pressure, they can't. Anders and Cutter can't really match up early. Like
I'm still gonna go with
strong
C because like there's games that like even though I'm better than somebody, just because I'm Forge, I actually just lose.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it really depends on the game because it's like you can't really. People can stop a Forge rush, you know, if they're good enough. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
it's C tier.
What do you, David? I said Steve. What do you say, David?
I say C tier as well because it's really like it's good, but it's like
I want to put him in B personally as time goes on because I'm getting better with him, but majority vote C. All right, Grandpa. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, Grandpa.
He's B. He's B.
Crimson.
Bad to the bone, burning. Yeah, with the B. Yep.
With the
I
B.
agree.
The bird.
With the
All right. All right. Okay. Charlie.
A tier. I put him in A tier because he got the camo. He can, you know, he's walk out stuff.
Rage glitch, rage glitch, right? Like rushing, getting Baroncy the fastest, rage glitching, just on the strength of ego alone. Like I don't want to play against him when he's Arbiter because it's just annoying to try to match him because I just don't care. I don't play every day. Okay, I should put it like an ego Arbiter. If ego, then like he goes beyond the fucking list. But anyway, hey, all right, yeah, I want to put him in very high A, potentially S. But all right, beef.
S2.
S.
Okay, I agree. He's the best Covenant rusher. Strong, like you can really do veterancy and the cheat at the same time because it's very annoying. You can pull tanks. All right, just gotta keep in mind it's a 3 setting, so assuming everything synergizes perfectly, which it can. So, all right. Now we start with the. All right, Marines.
I would say C, because you need to take some things with them. But yeah, like good for X-wing, I guess. But yeah, that's about it.
So the barracks first, triple Marine, throw a grenade, destroy the turret, or the base, and
we're getting X post.
Yeah.
Hooks. Yeah.
Okay. Crimson.
Yeah, I put him. I put him D tier, honestly, because like if it's just Marines, like highest you're gonna get is like rockets, combat medic, and that's cool. They're not really gonna go any further than just kind of cool.
I want to put. I agree with Crimson on this one. I'm gonna put them in D because, like, you know, should Warthogs come when that happens, you just wasted that. And that's why I always say I'm gonna do something stupid real quick. If you get enough of them, but like now that I'm mastering that glitch,
and by the time you do that, you may as well just build tanks.
Right, or Warthogs to match or something. So
yeah.
Elite grunts.
D.
Even considering triple Covenant games.
Yeah, I mean, because like you're dropping them pretty fast. Like once you start getting vehicles out, like you're not really gonna be using elite grunts.
Even in triple Covenant games, they're still D to F because it's like a single jackal or a wraith.
So okay. It's
okay. Yeah, okay, because there have been games where like 10 minutes, 12 minutes go by, and I can still kill someone with a full elite grunt attack. But there's a limit. So all right. What'd you say? I heard the Dishonor say what? F? And I heard Crimson
say D to F.
D or F.
And Crimson?
I go with D. It's okay for like it's the start of your game. You have your maneuverability with them. Everyone knows how to use them wisely.
Brute grunts. I want to put them higher than this personally, but what do you guys say?
I'd say they're C. I think they're more useful than the Marines. If you're doing a brute rush, they're just basically cheaper brute squads early game. They do a lot of damage to shields.
Okay. Yeah, C tier makes sense.
Yeah, I want to put them in C, and then especially in triple Covenant games, you can do something. Okay, C. Suicide grunts. I honestly, because of the, for me, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I say they're S tier, is because one, they end a whole lot of games just from sometimes you just drop one grunt, like they just go to the teleporter.
The enemy just resigns.
They just resign, and then
if you activate teleporting, they just resign.
And also, if the Covenant base isn't upgraded, just drop 3 Suis and then a carpet bomb. The base is done. 50 seconds into the game. Obviously not that fast, but around 2 minutes. And then they can still be a problem even later on when it's like, wow, okay. Yep. And then if you somehow get a double base and you get Zeal, snow. Brute squads.
Good B.
Get them.
Yeah, good stunning, good distance that they can cover really quickly. They're good.
Main mowers.
Still a good B. Yeah, they do their job. Yeah.
Okay, for me. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like D tier. I that's probably just because like I never use them. Honestly, I don't find the usefulness out of them.
To add to your point, when I use them, the Arbiter always runs away. They die. I mean, okay, they work against a Brute Chieftain or a Prophet, but Arbiter, they just kind of, I mean, unless you debomb and surround him, they just run away, and my flamethrowers are just chasing them forever, and I'm just wasting more money
You could do a
exponentially.
C. I could agree.
Okay. Behind or in front of the Brute?
Behind the Brute.
Okay. Honor Bards.
Because the Prophet can do some good honor rushes.
In front
of
of,
the Brute squad.
so behind or in front
I
of the
like
Brute squad?
lower ranking. Yeah, from the
Okay.
Brute squad.
Spartans.
S.
S tier. I just feel like that's a given. You know, you level them up, they level up your
Behind,
vehicles. you know.
lower rank than the Brute. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't make 3 Spartans in solo an Arbiter. I think even if they were Spartan Laser, an Arbiter was not even. No, he had to be Phoenix Return.
No, but it's like the overall utility of the Spartans, not
Yeah.
just themselves.
Okay, gotcha.
Because by themselves, they're fucking D.
Right.
Even like maxed out the Spartan laser.
Yeah, they're
Just-
still doo-doo, so unless they're not yours, then they're beyond S, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they can take a Mac round in orbit, so it
Yeah.
don't matter.
Just because.
2B
Hunters.
for Hunters. There's games when they've really worked, and there's games when they've really
Didn't work.
why I put them D.
Yeah, because I've seen, like, if they're under the supervision of an Arbiter, for some odd reason, they're like here. They're like here, dude. I swear to God. Every time I'm Arbiter and I make Hunters, the game never works. Well, if I'm Prophet, it can work. Sorry. In front of the Brute Squad, in the middle, or behind the Honor Guard?
In front of the Brute squad.
Okay. DSTO.
Definitely yes.
Yeah,
I want to
S.
say A. Despite all of
Okay.
that,
You know what? Maybe you're right, because they're good because of what they can do, but it's not really them. It's more like they're good
It's
for
more
distracting.
cutter. It's more of a cutter upgrade
It's
though.
more of a
that's the
cutter
thing.
thing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
tier,
A
okay.
tier. Yeah. that
yeah,
makes sense.
because if the cutter is bad, that's the thing. People will tech in the ODSTs, but then like you're
Have nothing else.
right, but and the reason why it's a problem is because the other 2 teammates
Need
might be
vehicles.
distracting you. You might be getting jumped, and then this one guy's going ODST, so now you're triple fucked because the guy that's been fapping the whole time now can get his load off, and now you're done.
Yeah,
so,
like for example, like
Yeah.
a cutter double covey. If the cutter goes ODSTs, those coveys are screwed because they don't have any vehicles to help.
Alright. I want to put Cyclops in D to F. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
There's like in serious
I would agree.
games, like
I will
okay,
go D because like you can do something with them.
yeah, you can do a supply cycle. I've seen like some good Forge players go like reactor supply, make a Cyclops or 2, go get a base, but you could do the same thing with Marines and they do better. So it's faster too. So
S tier. I mean, just being able to stop nukes. Oh well,
yeah,
if you're talking like by themselves, all they do is heal and
Right.
split about.
and like I've made
I'll do
engineers,
Healing is underrated.
right? But yeah,
Think about it. The engineers can make units into beyond god units. A god B, a god Spartan tank, a god Vulcan. I mean, yeah, definitely S tier.
I want to say
It's fun to
A
be a god.
because it's the time making them, and there's times where I'm wasting too much time traveling across the universe, and sometimes I might be forced to be full support when I should be on the offensive. There's a game I have where me and Ninja were playing, and I was a 2-star chieftain, but like our teammate was a forge who went grizzly, kept attacking this one dude for like 8 minutes, never helped defend us. Ninja kept getting pushed back as a forge himself, facing a cutter. What happened?
Sorry, my bad. I out of the blue.
Oh, okay.
I would just do S tier though. What do you think, David? Because engineers can just heal.
I mean, S
everything.
tier. Yeah, I know. Like
Okay,
you have,
majority
like, a
vote.
handful of them. You have handful of them. They stop like whole attacks. At least they stop like things from dying from whole attacks instantly. You know,
Yeah.
they actually allow you to like put your shoes on real quick before you get outside.
Yep. That's a perfect analogy. That should be the engineer's name. Put some shoes on real quick. That's a long ass narrator. All right, Smackles.
I would do
The
B
C tier. Oh, okay.
because they're really good anti-infantry. They're good on the exile map and holding reactors and shit. Yeah. And 1v1s. Oh, we forget about 1v1s, but they're really annoying 1v1s. Yes.
Right, and see, that's why I was saying, like, that's why I wanted to do from 1s to 3s, because then we could just average them out, because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah,
that...
1s, 2s, and 3s are different game settings. Yeah.
Right, and it's not hard. We'll just say, okay, they're good at 1s. They're, okay, if they're an S in 2 categories, but an F in 1, then that means they're between a B to an A. It's just average out. If they're B across the board...
I wasn't registering the 1, 2, and 3. I wasn't registering...
No.
1, 2, 3, 3.
Right,
Okay.
but that's what I'm saying, like, we could just do 3s, but, I mean, listen, if you... We can sort of... It's not that... I think we'll have Carter Anders, and, well, actually, Forge might change. Forge will probably change to a B in 1s. Because... I don't know. I'm not...
It is... 1s are different. That is true.
They're, and 2s, like, they're different... They're different universes altogether. But... We said 3s.
But we're sticking with 3s.
Yeah, so
right.
let's now move from there. All right, so the Jackal in front of the Hunter, in between.
I'll put him behind the Hunter. Yeah.
Toast.
I'll put it in D. Oh no, we're doing 3, so yeah, F.
Yeah, F tier. I was gonna say, like, it's good for scouting, but everyone gets a scout vehicle.
But I was gonna say,
It's
one
not
you
used
do a
for
ghost
scout.
rush and then kill somebody.
Right.
Oh.
But however, against UNSCs, you are a problem until they get Gunner. In that very brief window.
And ones was not
The
doing.
very brief
you have
window
to do
at
a,
the start of the game.
You have to do the ghost rush against a forge specifically, and that's it. And yeah.
Damn. I think at least me and Desarn agree that the Hog is S tier, no matter the game.
The Hog definitely. Yeah.
Like bare minimum,
even if I don't like it, but it is S tier.
It is S tier. You got play like there are games where I have tanks and players still go Gauss and it's still a problem.
Yeah, and we still know and we still lose. Yep.
Sometimes like it's a possibility. Like I don't know, those people they just really optimize the unit. I don't know. I don't like it either, but it is what it is. Gauss Hog is definitely S tier, and across the board from 1s to 3s, that thing is okay. Maybe in like. I'm trying to think. Maybe in 3s it might go down to like A+, but that doesn't. Man, I got nothing to say about that. Chopper, definitely in front of the Ghost.
F.
In front of the, because even though it. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Even in front of the Ghost, I guess, but it's like it's the only difference is that the fact that you chose the Brute Leader.
I would even say behind the Ghost, because the Ghost can already shoot things without being upgraded, and the Chopper can't.
No, but if the Chopper hits it, it's almost fucking dead.
Yes, but remember, if I just for glory, I can kill the Chopper.
Right, but I mean, it's 3s. It's not like a 1v. Like, yo, I could call for help and have someone.
Even 3s, I feel Chopper like just for glorying.
Yes, right. Yeah, I'm not saying, but hey, all right. I know what you're saying, but like, I mean, hey, like. The fact that it's threatening.
I get it. Because like for the Ghost to beat the Chopper, it has to be the skill difference.
Right, and you have to if you want to keep that scout alive,
you have to focus on it. And
you have to focus right from a unit that can't shoot because it will hurt you more than the.
Or you can build a factory and build 2.
Oh my god! All right, fine. Gremlin, I think is at the absolute worst. It's A+ tier in a UNSC game. In a UNSC game, and then like to S, give or take. But I think A because it can still blow up. There's countermeasures against it, but if it's 2 enders or more, then you kind of don't want to go ground at that point. It's annoying.
Yeah, I would
behind
do
the,
A.
yeah, behind the DSTO. Elephant,
Overall.
I mean, it might. I think D tier for the elephant
I
because
would just be
really,
the Expo or the
I mean, it's mobile
or
raid camp.
Exile.
Or
Yeah,
mobile garrison, my bad.
mini base.
I
It's
get it.
it's called a mobile mini base or something like that. Mobile base.
Anyways, like, you know, if you have something that involves infantry, like raiding Spartans, you know, having the Spartans just be a little bit closer as they're being, you know, it's
Yeah,
easy.
but the reason why I'm saying, okay, like in the minigames, if you don't know where the hell it is, but when you're scouting proficiently, you're gonna find it, and they're gonna be like, all right, get that fucking thing, let's make them waste that money.
Yeah.
And God forbid, there's an arbiter, and it catches that elephant, it's gone. Like, you just wasted 400, like, very early. That 400 could have been 3 supply pads, 4 supply pads, a barracks, 2 supplies. You know, even though you start with 800, still, like, that could be so much more. But you guys say C, collectively? The two of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, alright. In front of the brute, behind it.
Behind it.
Behind.
Okay.
Behind the flamethrower too. No, I mean you get a pack of flamethrowers, it's gonna shit on it too. So. Wait, no, this isn't Halo Wars 2.
It's not. Yeah, I know, because I know you think about the Hellbringer. There is no elephant in the second game anyway. Rip. So, anyway. Wolverine. I'd say A at the absolute minimum.
Definitely A.
Right there,
Yeah.
no.
Because it's saved, you know, Wolverine, like, by itself can kill Covenant. It really can. It really can. Just go up to a base, volley it down, get like 15, 12 of them, you can't go air anymore. Somebody has to go hunters, or else it's not gonna work. Not even Wraiths will cut it. So, alright, speaking of, I say
B tier.
yeah, okay, yeah, Dishonored.
I would do. Yeah, C. He's right.
B.
Because those games look are really useful in 3s, but they're niche.
I put them above
They're good against hogs, but
Yeah, I put them above the jackals though, for sure. Behind the hunters, it's like, you know, hunters are just gonna shred out. So.
Okay.
yeah, B is alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jizzly.
D tier.
Definitely B.
Nah.
Ironically, I want to say below the Wraith. Like, not because the Wraith
Alright.
beat them, but because the amount of times I would have to use the Wraith over the Grizz in my games
Okay.
for against hogs.
Yeah, I want to put. I think this is where Grizzlies are, because it's like Grizzlies, they might jump to here, to maybe here, in an all Covenant game. Like, if you're the only, like, you know what I mean? It's triple Covenant and you're Forge, you can go Grizzly to stop Hunters. Ooh, nice tease. So, but yeah, I understand. I want to say Scorpions are S.
They are.
Possibly either tied or behind the Goss. Because
I think they're better than the Goss, because late game you don't want the.
right, no, but like, let's say, like, okay, two out of 3 UNC players got like a couple of Cancer Shell, but there's 80 Goss running on the battlefield.
True. I still put them slightly above the Goss, because when I'm Forge, when I do my quick tank things, I can beat somebody that's going hard if I go after them. Now that's not including if I get surrounded by like everybody, but that's why it has to be early tanks against the hogs before they get Goss.
Right,
But I
but
also put them above
that's the
the
annoying thing about threes is it requires at least an assistant from your teammate, some kind, whether it's distracting or something. If it's just not happening, you're just gonna blow up, because the numbers game, you know, that assuming you have bad luck and everybody's jumping you and your teammates are just staring at the fucking ceiling going, duh.
But conversely, if we're going hogs and the enemy's all going tanks, we have a bigger chance of losing if we're going hogs against triple tanks.
Right, if we're going triple tank, right. Unless you're able to, again, like, let's just assume everything is being optimized, theoretically, optimized as maximum setting. Yeah, maybe the tank could still be above the Gauss. Maybe. It's close. It's like a 5% difference because the Gauss has speed going for it. Okay. I want Cobra. I want to say C tier. I really want to say C tier. Like,
I would do B.
I
You
don't.
do Cobra claws and shit. And hope.
I mean, like, and then you also have the Rumble where you send like 2 Cobras up. You have a set of okay, you have 5 Cobras. You send 2 up, keep the 3 that's locked down in the back, and then slowly inch them forward. And then one teammate goes air to support you because they will go air to kill it or something, or try to bum rush because they're too slow. They're too slow. You catch them out in the open. You just wasted like that 350 per each Cobra. You could have made a tank and something else. Crimson, what do you think?
I'm thinking C tier. Honestly, I agree with it because it's like, you know, even if you're sitting there inching them up, again, it's a Cobra. If we're talking about the Cobra by itself, and not, you know, stacked like a Vulcan, it's
which wouldn't work in match. Like, again, because remember, it's not a turtle. You're playing to kill.
Yeah,
so,
you're playing, so it's just less on top of the fact that, again, it doesn't shoot at air, so
right, and like it can't work because however, like if there's Gauss running around, the Cobras aren't doing anything. If there's 50 Gauss running around the map, your Cobras aren't doing like you know what I mean. Like if there's 40 Gauss running on the map, you're probably deflection plating, at least. That's dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's most likely dead. Super Sentinel. If only if it was 2s, because they could do something on repository. Kind of.
But the only 3s map is the one with the
Glacial
middle area, yeah. And honestly, F tier. Since if we're only talking 3s, like, you're not really using that shit in a glacial match.
I mean, yeah, like I use it for laughs.
Especially in a place where people are gonna prioritize superior air to get over the fucking mountain.
Yeah, and you know what? Not to mention, like, freaking RPG Marines can blow this thing up. So
yeah, it's not.
it's just gonna fall. Hey, but I think its utility is above the Ghost though, because it can still slow something down. Something can be done with it. Something can be done, but just if you just throw a rock at it, it's gonna spiral and blow up. So, all right. Nethorn, I want to say C.
I'll do a C.
Like, high D, pause, low C.
Still. And there used to be the Hornet Rush meta, but that died out after the original Halo.
I mean, here, yeah, it's still used in surprise. If you get caught off guard by a Forge going, he goes Gauss, and for some reason he has Wingman Hornets out of nowhere, which can be fucking annoying. I know from experience. I still win, but like, where'd you get this shit from? Like, I'm like, how? I'm checking the fucking Hornet's nest. All right. Oh wait, my bad. So David, what'd you say? Sorry, C. You said C, right?
No, yeah, I was agreeing with the C, yeah.
And Dishonor.
I say it's the best C, like right next to Forge on the but worse than Forge, but yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. Carpet Bomb somehow does more damage. That's fair enough.
Wait a second. Sentinel behind the Super Sentinel.
The Super Sentinel.
Maybe D.
No, it's better than Super Sentinel.
Yeah.
Actually, damage buildings and shit.
Yeah, and if you're up against an Arbiter player, they can't hit it unless unless they have Phoenix Return and the Sentinel shoot at it, but you're microing, so they can't do anything to it. If it's an Arbiter, a Prophet or a Chieftain, however, first of all, Prophet can shoot up and cleanse, and the Chieftain could just vortex and blow it up in like 2 seconds. So, maybe I want to put them like here. Then
it's the best E tier unit.
Yeah, considering for just on the strength of Glacial, they should have made like 1 more or 2 more Master TV3 for definitive, man. Just 2 more.
Wait, what unit is that next to the elite ones? Did I blank?
Oh,
what is that?
Cyclops.
That's a Cyclops. Let's talk about the left.
Marines. Oh yeah, Marines. I used the Halo Reach.
Oh, the Reach is a little different. Okay.
Yeah, the Halo Reach, Halo Wars. I just put them together. Okay. That's what I did. I just combine images. Banshee, very high A. I want to put them low S.
I would do low S. Yeah.
I want, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the utmost worst, low. Like at the utmost worst, high A, but very low S. Because
Low S because it was crazy. Enough banshees can just stop everybody from going hog.
if you're right, if you do it well enough and you're very vigilant, you're putting at least 2 people down.
Yeah.
Hawk, I want to say high A. They're not S. I want to say
They're
that.
not S, but they're a good A.
Like,
I would say
if-
they're below the ODST.
Like if you're caught off guard, yeah. Like if you're caught off, okay, in a perfect world, okay, in an all covenant match, they're very low A to B. But in like an all UNSC game, they could hit S. They could. But normally a normal even like one UNSC one Covenant mismatch game, they're probably A, because you could do something with Hawks. You just have to you making Hawks forces a Covenant player to go all vampires just to stop you, which helps out a lot. So yeah, vampires. Oh
Vampires
shit!
S tier,
Wait,
dude.
so my bad. David, I didn't ask your opinion. I kind of
No, you're good.
I think
It's about spot on. I don't use them that much but from what I see, like it's since they don't have like Banshee boost, you can't just like put them on the spot. You gotta take your time with them. So their speed is definitely not there. They're fast, but they're not as fast.
yeah, but they do a lot of damage, a lot of damage to buildings. So
Yeah, no, that's good. So it's like you can still pull up, but it's like you're not pulling up like a Banshee.
yeah. All right, vampires.
I would put that S tier simply because of the like the glitch just carries it.
Right, but crazy.
I'll put them below the banshees. They're S tier because of just the fact that you can control air.
Yeah, just the
S
strength
tier.
of air being shut down by a vampire, and the fact that you can deadass just attack a base if they don't have nothing, and you have too
I
much.
remember that game I was against you and Reno or whatever went all vamps and you killed my scarab with just all vamps because I
Yeah.
didn't have enough engineers stacked up and I didn't
Yes.
think that would happen.
Yeah, there's situations where that can happen, but despite all saying S, I want to put it definitely in high A, like at the utmost worst high A, and
Because okay, yeah, that's fair. Because that's really like the only thing it's got for it is like, it's just that it's anti-air. It's
Right.
shit at other thing.
right, because it's like always okay. The vampires will definitely if you're on the offensive and putting them down, and I'm learning from Ninja where he'll just camp his vampires in front of somebody's base who's making air, and they try to. People are idiots sometimes and they don't lock it down. But even if they unlocked it, the vampires could just stun everything from the spawn position. So, but even then, like somebody, all tanks, Godshogs, Wolverines, shut it down, and you have to be very mindful. That's why I put it back to A, but we can say
The thing
S.
is, the vampires, they don't just shut down air, they shut down Scarab, they shut down Prophet, and they shut down Engineers.
If it's two populations of vampires, shutting down the Scarab, because the Scarab could kill a full pop. It can, as long as you're not being dumb. That's why I say that.
Or have my luck.
Hey, my luck too. Sometimes it's worse than yours in this game. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Culture, I want to say D. It's not
I
F.
can see.
No, it takes too long. Unless you're Anders, it takes way too long to get it up.
No, you're right,
like
you're right,
because
you're
you need Tech 4. You need Tech 4 for this
You would,
thing.
normally build vultures anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive too for its output.
I mean, on Frozen Valley, you can expedite the process and Exile, but it's too damn, on Exile it would go fucking below because the reactors, but
Yeah, in Exile, they'll get anti-air at the 2-minute mark.
yeah, someone just makes 5 Wolverines and then you have to run. You're like, oh, like, all right, fucking dumbass bird. Baby Bug. I think here to maybe C. Yeah.
Like a rush unit.
If you can get it, but like it normally gets hard. Like, people are scared of that thing, understandably so. They'll jump that damn thing. Like, noob cutters will use a mech if a general tells them to do it. They'll be like, oh, mech, you're like, oh, okay, and they just fucking blow with that one locust up. As you teleport another one in, bam, 2 are dead. You know what I mean? Like... David, anything? I mean,
yeah, I mean, like the only thing they're good for is like if you're either like you guys said, a rush unit, get out to their buildings, start destroying them, like their tech and shit, because it's just that's it.
Yeah, you're able to get the reactors on Frozen Valley. Your instant tech too. Then you, yeah. So where we put that though? In front of the flamethrower.
In front of the flamethrower.
I'd say in front of the Hornet.
In front of the Hornet.
Really, all the way. So beyond.
No,
the
yeah, that's fair. I see it.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, my eyes opened when I looked to the left. That's kind of funny.
In fact, the more I look at that list, I feel like the Cobra should also be in front.
Okay. Yeah, but the Hornet can still. Yeah. All right. Because there's games where I went Hornets and there's for every 3 games it worked. I think 100 I just blew up. So never mind.
Yeah.
Forget about it. All right.
Remember, there's games when I've won with Ghosts.
Okay. I'll put the Vulcan in S just on the straight. Like, even though I think
just overall, it's a god unit.
It is a god unit. It's a god unit. Whether you're turling or you're not turling.
Right. It should be right behind the beef. Yeah.
Yeah, because it can just one shot. Like, even a Vulcan without Spartans can blow the shit up.
Yeah, Vulcan without Spartans can still destroy all Spartan units.
It doesn't fucking care. Just kill them. Yeah.
The Scarab is right behind the Vulcan because the Scarab, even though it requires maintenance, it's still god, especially on a cliff or expedited. Like, yeah, it's still good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just check this out. Okay. And yeah, lastly, Bug God. I think the Bug God is like a C tier unit.
Bro, you definitely didn't hear what I just said.
No, sorry. No, because I walked away for a moment. So that what happened?
No, I was saying that the Bug God has to be behind the Vulcan just because its overall utility. Even though it costs a lot, it's still Cliff Scarab, Engineers, Veterancy, and it forces people to focus on one unit. It's definitely... I put it behind the Vulcan.
Okay, David, where do you put it?
I mean, I would say the same thing because it's like as a unit, if you're doing shit with the Scarab, it's pretty good. You know, again, you get yourself like a handful of engineers, and you're doing shit with the Scarab or Scarabs if you have the space for it.
Yeah, maybe the bread.
Then it's a good unit. I'd put it like A tier.
Okay, I need to. Don't worry, I'm gonna add extra images where it's like Cliff. We should come back to this in the future. Like this will be fun. I gotta put like parameters. Like, damn. All right.
Yeah, so I say S. David says A.
No, David said S. I think, and I say C because it's not working out for me anymore these days. I don't know what the fuck's going on. People are just, I guess like they're watching my videos and they're studying me, and then they're like trying all their best, and I'm like just fapping around, and they're beating me. So.
Alright. So I guess it's majority rules. David, you said S or A?
I said A.
Okay, so
right.
S.
I said S. David said A, so we'll just do A because you said lower than me. So yeah, we'll just do A.
Yeah, because S is really strong. So, you know.
Like, I'd say it's a good. I don't fucking use it, of course, but you know, from what I've seen, it can be a decent unit.
Yeah, and sometimes just making it makes people blow up.
Yeah.
Like just.
It's a double-edged.
It does have aura. That is true. It does have aura.
Yeah. This honor you were saying double-edged sword.
Yeah, because like it can make the enemy blow up, or it can make you blow up when it blows up.
Yeah, true. All that investment and it just fucking crumbles.
It gets surrounded by like 800 tanks and a cryo bomb. And your teammates are never there. And they're like, bro, what happened? We were just here a minute ago. Where'd you guys go? Oh, sorry. Stare at my mom. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
You need to make a list that has the wall as a unit. That's actually be on guard.
Just have oh my god, what is it? Freaking trump card, rebuild the wall. Okay, all right. Thank you guys. All right. We should definitely come back to this shit. I'm gonna add I gotta write it down. So Cliff Scarab, Spartan Cobra, Spartan Vulcan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then Prophet all UNSC game.
Yep.
Yeah, like shit like that. Because in all UNSC game, Prophet just goes here. He just does. He just doesn't. It's because like you don't have you can't like you make all Wolverines.
No, all UNSC game, he goes in front of Cutter.
Bro, yeah, because. Right, because you can make Cutters wake Mac. They can waste Mac Blast. Like, you really. Like, yo. And then if you get a 3-star Prophet, when there's no vampires, yo, just give up. Just fucking give up. Just give up. Shanae. Sanjiwoo! Shanae! Alright. Alright, that's the end. Alright.